level higher, the next level, if you go, okay, this one here is this. You're blaming others, right? And you put one finger out and there's three if you come back, but you're putting the blame that way. This one is you're saying, okay, I did it, but here's my reason why, and I'm not to blame, right? Now you're avoiding blame here. True or false? You're avoiding blame. The next level, you say, okay, I'm no good, I'm a loser, and then you get into that shame. And now you are blaming, but you're blaming who?
Yourself.
Is that empowering?
No.
Is that learning?
No.
Can you learn in a place of shame?
No.
Not much.
Not much. Well, the only thing you can learn is how to be stuck. Can you move forward when you're in shame?
Well, you don't.
You're usually pretty upset too when you're in shame because it's a conversation with yourself, right? You're beating yourself up.
Yeah. All three of these areas, blame, shame, and justify, is waste. It's wasted time, it's wasted energy, it's wasted life because nothing good comes from it. Would you agree?
Yes.
Tell me, if anyone could tell me what good comes from blame, shame, or justify, I'm all ears.
Just the power to learn from it and not do it again.
Well, what do you learn from shame?
I don't want to be there.
It's all ego. Every one of those categories is ego.
You don't learn anything from these, right? No. The way you learn is going one level above. We're not there yet. That's above the line. This is all below the line. Everything below this line is waste. The only way you get into learning, or the only way you get into actually moving forward, is taking the R word. What?
Responsibility.
Once you become responsible, and you take responsibility, now you're in a place of empowerment. Now you're in a place where you can actually take responsibility and make a different choice next time. Now you're in a place where you can learn. From here, you're not learning. Once you say yes, okay, it is what it is, I did what I did, and Whitney's little talk was about making mistakes and not beating yourself up. And you know, we're all going to make mistakes, right? Raise your hand if you have not made a mistake. Right? We all make mistakes. That's how we learn. We learn more from our mistakes. So the thing that this whole message is about is, guess what? When you're going out to do something that's never been done, you guys are all pioneers. You're going in to do something that for decades people have failed at. And many people will have stories, rationalizations, they'll have their concepts, they'll have these things, and when you come up against them, oftentimes their fear and their ego will try to convince you that what you're doing is not working. And sometimes you have to actually be strong and congruent and authentic in the fact that, no, you're moving forward with your life. And whether or not they get it or not, that's not the point. The point is you don't want the people who are going to try to tear you down, because guess what? Will there be people that focus on black dots?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Will there be people that you love, that really are close to you and you just cherish them? How many of you know somebody who's sweet as all can be, but all that really they focus most of their life on is drama? Okay? And can you get energy from drama?
No.
You can't. Let me just...
Negative energy.
Negative energy,
Negative
yes.
energy.
So,
Negative
what's the old
energy
phrase?
saps.
Misery loves what?
Company.
So when somebody is in misery and they're focused on the black dot, it's not enough for them to be in the black dot. They want to bring others with them, right?
Yes.
And so what we do is we commiserate. Right? So the thing about this is called woundology. When you find that certain people want to get into that state of complaining and whining about what's not perfect in their life, they get around the campfire and everyone commiserates together, and it's a way of connecting, but it's the lowest level of energy of human connection that you can find. It's connecting on problems and drama. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do as you move forward as leaders is to rise above it. And it's not to be dispassionate with somebody when somebody's going through a challenge. Be there for them, but don't let it
Consume.
bring you. Because if you can help them shift by asking some different questions, and that's one of the skills that I would encourage you to really dive into as a coach, is asking good questions. Would you agree, Malka? Asking questions is one of the most powerful skills a teacher or a coach can have. And there's webinars on our Team Global webinar site to teach you about asking questions and how to do this. But first of all, it starts with who? Who's the first person you have to learn how to control the questions you ask yourself?
Me.
Yeah, yourself.
You ask yourself, because think about it. When Whitney was in that state of drama and negativity, what kind of questions do you think she was asking herself?
None.
What's that?
Probably she wasn't.
She was asking herself questions.
Why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this? Why does this
Why
stuff
don't you
happen
do
to
it for
me?
me?
How come
Yeah.
these guys can't never do it right?
What's
So
wrong
she's
with me?
asking questions, but those questions are, write this down, these questions are disempowering questions. Right? They just reinforce the focus of the drama. So there's two types of questions. You can ask empowering questions that take what? Responsibility. Or you can ask disempowering questions that create blame, justify, and shame. How come I always screw it up? How come the company can't get it right? How come my clients never call me back? Those are all questions, but they're not empowering questions. We have to take responsibility for the conversation we have with ourselves and start asking ourselves better questions. Because just like computers, who would agree, our brains kind of work the same way. Garbage in, what?
Garbage out.
Garbage out. Just like what you read affects what you focus on, just like who you hang around with affects what you focus on. Is this all making sense?
Mm-hmm.
So the focus we have can be controlled by willpower and discipline, or it can also be controlled by the questions we ask ourselves. And if you start getting yourself in the habit of asking yourself empowering questions, you can put your focus on the white space. And if you focus on the white space, what will it do? It will
Grow.
expand.
Empowering you.
It will grow. And next thing you know,